long until the Weatherman funds get frozen? We'll have to wait and find out. From Dog Fredify, tell Porcelain to stop being a coward and come out of retirement. From Johnny Booyah, hey Jim, are the Pride Parades at their worst, or has the gay agenda yet to assume its final form? I don't know. It's really weird with the gay Pride Parades why half the dudes are walking around with their junk just flopping in the wind. I've always thought that was fucking bizarre. From NA, my super chat was skipped. Sad boy. I'm sorry if I missed one. From Nightmare, Freedomland, man arrested for eating a sandwich. Yeah, I remember that story. The cop fucking hassled a dude for eating a sandwich on the sidewalk. Not actually like eating it off of the sidewalk, but walking down a sidewalk while eating a sandwich, which is fucking ridiculous. From John Ark, quick update. Still waiting for this plane, and that fat chicks are still fat. Well, thank you to our field reporter. With the latest breaking news is the news that fat chicks are fat. Hard-hitting undercover information. I'm with herpes. I had a child with my Asian girlfriend, Medicare. It's half Norwegian, half Chinese. He's going to become a Viking pillaging England while doing calculus and eating rice. You ever having a burger chopstick warrior? Well, if I do have a Happa son, it's a perfect time. Like I said, all those white girls out there going fucking apeshit for K-pop for some reason. Twitter is like every other day there's like a hashtag about some fucking Korean band. It's really weird. From Casey Sniper Boy again, hey Jimbo, can you tell my friend Jordan he's a dirty Mexican faggot? Also, thanks for the hours of entertainment, especially during weld school. Well, there you go. From Krong Gamer, hey Jim, great weather report. It's funny you mentioned Noah because I was watching the Down the Rabbit Hole video an hour ago. Hope Frederick doesn't get screwed with by YouTube. Yeah, same here. A lot of these channels that do long-form videos that talk about shit, whether they're events or individuals, like, I'm worried that's next on the chopping block. And that'd be people like Knutson, that'd be people like Internet Historian. I think Dankula does a series, Mad Lads. There's a lot of shit out there that I'm really worried that's going to be fucked with for whatever reason. Aeronautical Ginger. Hey, Jimbotron, people around here in Germany sure can't take Das Right. I've already lost a friend over the Kangs videos. It was worth it. Apparently, Germans sticking to that stereotype and not having a fucking sense of humor. Hopefully they get one and you can be friends again. The real drunkard, Hugh, stand firm. From AJ Fouts, finally got to catch my favorite weatherman live. Well, thank you. Jason the Great Awakening, God Emperor Trump will annihilate the deep state, which we funded all along with these platforms. Burn it all down if necessary. Macaroni the Pony, I really like your content. Just wanted to let you know. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. In contrast, was the other driver's name Juan? Well, he is Juan, but not forgotten. Wouldn't that be ironic if Noah got into a car accident with the man that his brother shot? Holy shit. From John Ark, I hate my job. FIFA work is a pain. I feel I already read that one, actually. Tell Daddy how big you are. Ever play any of the newer XCOM games, Jimbo? Yes, I have. I've played the first XCOM. I think I played both of them, to be honest with you. If yes, how hard did you get fucked by the aliens? If no, you should play and get fucked by the aliens on stream. I actually enjoyed them. I thought they were fun games. I don't remember how hard I got fucked, though. This would have been a while ago. From Johnny Roberts, have you heard of the new toilet design for Wages? Yes, I have. For anybody listening out there, bosses out in corporate America have decided that you're all taking poop breaks that are lasting far too long. So they've decided to make toilets with, is it a 15% or a 13% incline? Or no, not incline, decline. They're slanting the toilets downward, so it makes your ass hurt if you sit on it for too long. It's reached a point in corporate America where they want you to work in a cage, and when you finally get out of your cage to go take a shit, because all you've eaten all day long are bugs, if you sit on the fucking toilet for more than 5 minutes, your butt hurts because they've engineered it to be like that. From Stratos Radio Blues, hey Jim, who do you believe has the softest of spines between quartering and Tim Pool? Milk Toast seems to be, their shield from any criticism lately. Well, I've not been paying attention to the quartering. And all I know about Tim Pool is he reads articles and he doesn't even saying a civil war is coming for like the last 100 videos. Not that I disagree, but it's like his message at the end of every video. And the new Xbox is going to be released. Civil war is coming. There you go. That's a Tim Pool video. From Zelos Node, Spoonie should have walked through the portal with the Guardian's offer. From Dogstani Warlord, thank you, Mr. Weatherman. Good to have you back. Thank you. From Ear Juice. Meave No, Bitwave TV. Tonkade was a great show to help raise awareness, and it's so important. YouTube is flagging the songs now, though. Apparently YouTube's out there taking down music, not letting you enjoy it. Sean Aguilar, you see the new Star Wars spoilers. I see what you're saying. I'm not going to say it, just on the off chance that somebody out there wants to go see the movie. I'm going to be a nice guy and not do it. But yes, I do see what you said. But like I had said earlier, I have no interest in the movies. I really don't. Nothing, I don't know, it doesn't appeal to me. It's like dead. Once Mickey Mouse got his fucking hands on it, it just died. From Herp Palooza, here's my filthy hard-earned shekels, my main math. Also, when is the second part of the transgender series? When? The Transtastic Tales videos and the furry videos are a-coming. That stuff will be on BitChute, and I think YouTube's going to be manga reviews, and then live streams whenever they come out. Art Scrub, check out Digibro, funny manga reviewer and fan of yours. Yeah, I saw he got a lot of shit. He had mentioned about me getting kicked off Patreon, and then he got hammered for like 4 weeks for saying that I got kicked off of Patreon. Apparently his fans are trying to convince him that I'm Hitler incarnate. I feel bad for him in that regard. Tyler Gillespie, are you sure DSP and the gang didn't just crash into each other in a 3-car pileup? The deepest lore. I think you might be right. From Lyral, admit it, when Anakin went Darth, he nailed that role. The prequels were just awful. Blue Satoshi, Boogie claimed a trucker stroked out and caused the crash, a likely story. Yeah, I like how he was immediately able to tell everybody the trucker had a stroke. Like a police officer on the scene walks up to him and says, hey, I just want to let you know, this car accident, not your fault. I'm going to give you medical information that you shouldn't have access to just to put your mind at ease so you can tweet about it in a minute. From Salvador IV, please read to you The Immortal Jimbo. You know, I was going to do that at one time, but never got around to it. Though I did read a story on stream once for everybody about a pony fucking itself with the tree log. Not sure what the name of that fan fiction was, but it was a heartwarming tale about one of the My Little Ponies fucking a stump. From Camille Taggart, Tommy Uzumaki, and maybe Ibitsu, Garbage Lolita. From Algamu 2, look up Hollyland. From Lyral, Game Obu Familia, Family Senkai. All right, I'm getting some recommendations. I will actually probably mark those down to go take a look at them. From Phonic Death King, have you read visual novels? Have I read visual novels? Oh, it's mostly been manga, and it's mostly been, for whatever reason, there are a lot of like Korean and Chinese webtoons. I don't know why that format's so popular with those, but that's what I've been sticking with. From Malleable Tick, I recommend I Sold Off My Lifespan for 10,000 yen a year, and for some slice of life, horror-wise, I recommend Hideout and Kodu no Gotoshi. I'm sure I'm going to butcher all of these, because I'm a filthy gaijin and I don't know how to say any of this stuff. From Dr. Habib, I just watched Joker. Have you seen it? And what are your thoughts? Crazy how all these people virtue signal about mental illness when a movie about it comes out and they lose their shit. Well, was the ultimate fuck you to all the critics. I also like the fact that its international earnings, it made over $1 billion, but I'm pretty sure it didn't release in China. If that movie had gone released out in China like every other movie, it probably would have made even more money. I just like the fact that it was successful, and all the critics who had their hackles up about it, and all the bullshit warnings, looked foolish. From Shini Saba, give Beastars a shot. It's got good drama and fights. I read it on Manga Rock. Maybe that's where I can check it out. Also, what's your opinion on Digibro dying on a hill defending you? He's a big fan of yours and has your merch. Like I mentioned earlier, I saw he was getting hammered. Somebody, what was it? Let me see if I can find what this guy said. Some guy was arguing with him, and what did he call it? He talked about how myself, Dick Masterson, and I think he even threw in Monkey Jones. And he said that we held popcorn privilege parties. I don't know what a popcorn privilege party is, but this dude was fucking, it was the stupidest thing I've ever read. Popcorn privilege parties. Hitler's having a popcorn privilege party. What are you doing? From Lunacy, read the Dragon Quest manga, Jim. Some of my favorite work from Toriyama, in my opinion. Wish they had finished the anime. Wish I could find it if it's out there. I'll give it a shot. Mark Salmonfink. I had the same experience with Solo Leveling. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I've had a few like that where you get into it, you read a couple of chapters, you're thinking maybe it's not going to be good, and then for whatever reason it just grows on you and you really get into it. Video game-wise, I had that happen with Ico. When that first released, I played 5 minutes, hated it. And then years later read a review about it, and they were like, it's the best game ever. And I thought, maybe I didn't give it a fair shot. Went back, played it for an hour, and then I got absolutely fucking hooked on it. And just fell in love with it. So yeah, there's some stuff out there, you get a little bit into it, and you're thinking it's crap, or it's just not for you. And the next thing you know, you're at chapter fucking 96, wondering when the next one's coming out. From Neptunian Orbitron, check out Green Worlds or Dolly Kill Kill. Give it a shot. From The Cockmaster, great username, read The World of Moral Reversal by Amahara. I'm liking the recommendations. Thank you for everybody giving me different ones I can check out. Jake, hey Jim, do you follow football, the Vikings? No, I'm not much of a football guy. I'm sorry, I'm not. If you want to talk hand egg, I'm not the dude for you. Yes Man 2044. This is money I shouldn't be spending. That's generally how all money is. Groovy dude, you should check out Bio Booster Armor Guyver. It's basically Ultra Violence Power Rangers. I think I saw like an 80s movie based on Guyver, which was really fucked up. It had great practical effects though. From Jim Booney, read Yokohama Shopping Log. Joey Jojo, Alex Ashford's story is Code Veronica, or Alex Ashford's story in Code Veronica would be gutted because Alex is an insane tranny who wants to bang his sister. Code Veronica is a good game, though. From Mercado Law, glad you got your stupid money back. Enjoy the shit weather. Well, that's every day in Minnesota. Once it hits this season, it's always shit weather. Mario Kart 13, it depends on the stallion. Smuckles sank. All right, I'm just trying to get caught up on these, and then we'll finish up the stream. I know it's early morning, for Americans at least. So you've got work and school and everything ahead of you, and I'm sure the weather's going to be shit, and that's going to be a pain in the ass to drive through. We're actually almost at the end here, so just give me 1 second to get caught up. I'll try to make sure I get everybody. Foxcat Gaming, hey Jim, have you gotten a gun yet? No, I haven't, but I've been thinking of actually purchasing one. What do you know? I have. I think I'm going to go for... I'm not sure exactly what I want to go for first. But I have been looking into it. What do you know? I'm not a big gun nut, but I thought maybe it might be nice to have one. A rifle for hunting, as well as purchasing some fishing rods and some other things. Just so I've got, just so I'm prepared when everything goes crazy. Get my own food and not starve to death in the Arctic hellscape that is Minnesota. Jim Booney, is this what happens when you read too much of Bestiality Tag on Sad Panda? Maybe that's like Jank's thing. Maybe he's the dude making that tag. Maybe he's the guy that's been tagging all of that shit. From Name, Jank giving his dogs a real Turkish delight. Edward Ramirez, Mr. Minecraft. It depends on the farm animal. Stratos Radio Blues, since you were taking underrated manga recommendations, read Junk by Kia Azamiya or Zetman by, I cannot pronounce these names, but Zetman is the one you were recommending. Amazing art from both, plus they are short. I don't mind if they're short. I've read some that are really, really, really short that doesn't, I guess, bother me, but I like long reads. Especially something I can zone out to. Like, one of the webtoons I read was Hive, I think, which is by some Korean guy. That would be much better as an anime. But all it was giant bug fights. It's basically EDF with office workers. It's great shit. From Gigi Awoo, seems like Jank has been a little too much on the wrong side of DeviantArt. Fatal Oath, don't let Jank watch your animals. Stabby McStabwood, you shouldn't dogpile on Jank, it arouses him. Mario Kart 13, Jank tonguing my Cocker Spaniel Uger. Storm 454, we need Crowder to crash a debate Sank as Jank. He's got to be good for something. I don't know. Do you think he dresses up as farm animals in like Halloween? Like, you think everybody at the office knows it's Jank in disguise because he always shows up as a fucking horse? He probably owns like the Blu-ray collector set of Mr. Ed. Like, he's really into that horse life. From Name, I love how Anna is exacerbated. It's like he just talks about being pro-animal fucking all day. He probably calls her up just to say how great it is. Could you imagine she gets woken up at like 3 in the morning and he's just like, hey, I just wanted to tell you, horse fucking's the greatest. Have a good night, Anna. It's just every night for weeks on end. Skyclad Observer, read read Bokurano and Sayoku Densetsu Kurosawa. Besars is on Mangadex with lots of other fans' translations. The Eldritch manga is based on an age manga, by the way. Yeah, I could imagine it. But I read the cute family-friendly version, and I just thought it was a neat premise. and so I started reading it. From Meximan and Cheese, check out SaintUgerForCongress.com. Much more info. Apparently, SaintUgerForCongress.com has more info about horse fucking on it. From Name, fuck a horse, of course. From Sinak8, I got a few for you. Week 5,000-year-old vegan dragon, Xanon Janaku Black General, Devil King is bored, Epic of Gilgamesh. Well, at least I got a shit ton of recommendations. From James O'Shaughnessy, a horse is a horse, of course. Angie Honkler, Jimbo, copy-paste in YouTube search. Sank Uger loves saying the N-word. Sorry, can't share the link. Bing, bing, woohoo. From I'm Oblivious, that horse impression was Sank's face. Yeah, he was very into it, wasn't he? Edward Ramirez, DSP has been fucking a horse for years. Jank Voter. Neela Moon, I just turned 24 on the 15th. Here's some shekels. Oh, well, happy birthday. Or I'm sorry, happy belated birthday. From Devil Fruit, Wisanoa, the whiteboard. Did Catherine the Great have a rig that made horses able to pummel her? Well, she did love the saddle, didn't she? From Alberto, the Chosen Barbarossa. Search Jordan Roach has Asperger's and ADHD on YouTube. It's an MTV show where a black dude tries to hook up some autistic high school kid with girls that are... I think we watched this on DLive. Or on Streamy. I'm almost certain we've watched this. From Max15, just cuz Jimmy. AJ Fouts for getting my last name right. I just probably butchered it that time, huh? Godly Recon, my guinea pig died today. Can I get an F in chat to pay respects to dear old Spaghetti? And best wishes for his brother, Kafifi. Well, chat, can we get an F for the dead? For the dead, but loved, guinea pig Spaghetti. I don't know if we can get an F for it. I'll give it a second. I know it takes a little while for chat to catch up. In loving memory of Spaghetti, may they rest in pepperoni. I know everybody's still talking about jank fucking horses, but I think they can take a minute to pay some respects to little Spaghetti. There we go. There are your Fs. There are your Fs for long-lost Spaghetti. May they rest in peace. From Kaylee Mason, Canada is literally sending firefighters to help us in Australia. We're going to burn, aren't we? Yes, you are. Actually, yes, you are. Neptunian Orbitron. Hey, Jim, tell my friend Charles if he quits sucking dick, he'll stop being sick. Keep up the good work. And Count Mousferatu, Inugami, boy finds dog god, fights body horror stuff. You know, there was, what is it? It's like a creepypasta story, Dogscape? It's this really fucked up story about like some disease that everything turns into a dog. And it's like it's a guy trying to survive in this horrific fucking hellscape of a dog world. I wish they'd made that into like a horror manga. Shini Saba, I think that Digi's friend Ben Saint, who said you throw popcorn privilege parties, no real drama, they do a show together, worth a bunch of arters. Yeah, the popcorn privilege party shit was, I love that quote. I put that in the bio. From Flamenco, read I Am a Hero, Schizophrenic in a Zombie Outbreak. Now that sounds fucking amazing. Actually, I will check that one out. Cyprus VA Dems are proposing a law that'll permanently terminate any officer for not enforcing the new laws. Yeah, I did see that, along with discussion about National Guard coming in to 75 counties out of the 95 in Virginia that are refusing to adhere to the red flag laws and other gun laws that they're hoping to pass. Obi-Jin Kenobi, check out Tower of God webtoon. Is that the one where it's like a boy wakes up in like the sub-basement of some weird fucking tower and meets a chick, and then like a rabbit has him fight a whale? And yeah, I think I read this. I got like 50 chapters into it, and then I don't want to spoil it, but she does something, and I was like, fuck it, I'm out. If I'm thinking the right thing, I don't know. Say no to Gino. Oritama, Queen of Terror, gets sealed in a guy's nuts by a crazy accident, and if he comes, the world ends. Well, that's a premise. it's a unique enough premise, I'll check it out. Fried bacon, at least you get snow up there, only get ice here, which would suck. Lily Doolittle, my cat is fat and doesn't appreciate me, so he doesn't eat Xmas dinner. Sweetie Squad. And from James O'Shaughnessy, read Chi no Wadachi. Never heard of it before, but I will take all these recommendations and then read them because I am a fucking disgusting weeaboo, and I've really gotten into this. I don't know why it is. I was really into anime, but waiting for new episodes to come out, I just couldn't do it anymore. And why not just go read the whole fucking thing? And once you get into it, you just can't stop. It's like a fucking addiction. Burn through like 90 chapters, and the next thing I know, I've wasted hours. From Joe Rogaine, Virginia is proof the South will rise again. And we are caught up. Thank you for the super chats. For anybody that subscribed as a member, thank you for tuning in to the early morning Weathercast, Secret Weathercast, Weathercast 2, Electric Boogaloo. I don't know how many of these I'll do, but like I said, I don't know what it is, but when winter comes around, like really early morning, I'm just full of energy. It's just the opposite of that sad shit. It happened on Stream Me, it kind of happened on D-Live, and now it's happening now. If it continues, I'll put together proper streams. Get a topic together, we can laugh at some goofy shit and talk about current happenings. For anybody that's interested, again, that impeachment shit's going down today. I don't know, I think the total length is 6 hours of debate followed by an hour for votes. So you'll know by the evening, but it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Everybody probably knows how it's going to turn out as far as the House goes. I would have talked more politics, but it's just been so boring. I just can't force myself to do it. I'd rather talk about DSP and Noah Antweiler and just the weather in general. I hope you all have a good day today. Drive safe out there. The weather sucks. Hopefully you're not stuck behind the example driver I told you about, the guy going 20 miles an hour with bad treads on his tires and slipping and sliding everywhere in rush hour, because that is the most infuriating shit you'll ever see. I know Boogie does that travel vlog stuff. I could not do that. If you heard the filth that comes out of my mouth when I drive, I would be banned off this fucking platform instantly. I swear like a fucking sailor. I scream when I drive. I just can't stand it. I'm just the angriest motherfucker you'll ever meet on the road. Well, chat, have a good day. We'll play it out with the Weatherman song. Why not? The best song that's ever been created. Or at least fits the theme of the fucking stream. Can't complain too much about that. Where are we there? Just keep an eye out early in the mornings. Maybe there's a stream, maybe there's not. You never know. Either way, have a great Well, Happy New Year, chat. Can you believe it? It's 2020. Took a day. I might have streamed a little bit earlier at an awkward fucking time when nobody's really awake. I had a bit of a hangover to fight. Hopefully you do too. Hope you have some good half memories of the New Year's Eve. Didn't wake up next to a porker. Didn't wake up half naked with a pole up your ass. But still had a good time. Something memorable. You could scrapbook about it. Show mom and dad at the next family gathering. Well, it is officially the year 2020. And you know what that means. The year 2020 can only mean one thing. Oh, they used the poo power. Launched themselves into outer space. Now they're a big boy nation. Ready to moderate. Ready to step out on the international scene and teach people some things. All praise to the poo and the loos. They're sitting at the big kids table now. No more of that shitty folding chair and that fucking plastic table spread. Oh no, you're sitting at the oak table now with the big kids. It's amazing what one day can do. December 31st, 2019, not a superpower. January 1st, 2020. Boom. Rocket to the moon, fueled by poo. I think we're all very proud of our Indian brothers as we welcome them into the club. And bestow upon them the super awesome title of First World Nation. Not just First World Nation, but super-powered First World Nation. Are you happy, chat? Are you happy they've joined us? Now is the time? Is it that we're all going to make it? Well, you know, hopefully they'll be able to moderate. There's some scary things afoot. And I'm hoping that the superior poos our brothers in India will be able to save us all from the inevitable destruction we are currently facing. Can't just have one boogaloo. Gotta have multiple boogaloos. I'm not sure why that is. Not sure who decided that if you're gonna have a catastrophe, slather on another, make it even worse. But somebody decided that's the way it's gotta be. So here we are. Virginia's going absolutely apeshit. The Second Amendment sanctuary stuff going on, and the completely blue government of the state wanting to take away the guns. All the sheriffs revolting against that, National Guard revolting against that, citizens revolting against that. Protest plan for later in the month. That was not a situation in and of itself. You got the impeachment in Washington with Pelosi doing, I don't know what she's doing. Everything was time sensitive, but now it's not. So maybe we'll get Blumph impeached. Orange Man bad. You only get one scoop now, buddy. Pelosi's in charge. But if the impeachment wasn't enough, if the Civil War a-brewing wasn't enough, now we have to have a tragedy strike. I'm sure you all saw the trending hashtags, all the news alerts that hit us this evening. I know I was recoiling in shock when I first saw it. But tragically, the most interesting man in the world has been killed in a missile strike. Apparently the American government had enough of his shit. Couldn't stand all the bragging. Thought he was a little too arrogant. I thought that liquor tasted like piss. Specifically donkey piss. So they dropped a Hellfire missile on his ass. And he's no longer with us. It's really a fucking tragedy when you think about it. Gone but not forgotten. Rip and pepperoni, brother. I'll miss you like I miss the, I don't know, Rolling Rocks icon. Was there a Rolling Rocks spokesman? I don't know if you even know what that is. It's a horrible beer, let me just tell you right now. Tragic. Government had to release a statement after killing a world-famous commercial icon. So the Department of Defense decided to. Thought, what the fuck, let's do it! At the direction of the President, the U.S. military has taken decisive defensive action to protect U.S. personnel abroad by killing, and I don't even know how to pronounce his name, Qasem Soleimani, the head of the Iranian National Revolutionary Guard Corps, the Quds Force, a U.S. designated foreign terrorist organization. General Soleimani was actively developing plans to attack American diplomats and service members in Iraq and throughout the region. General Soleimani and his Quds forces were responsible for the deaths of hundreds of Americans and coalition service members and the wounding of thousands more. He'd orchestrated attacks on coalition bases in Iraq over the last several months, including the attack on December 27, culminating in the death and wounding of an additional American and Iraqi personnel. The general also approved the attacks at the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad that took place this week. The strike was aimed at deterring future Iranian attack plans. The United States will continue to take all necessary action to protect our people and our interests wherever they are around the world. So apparently, this guy was like the number one henchman. If you ever watch a supervillain movie, you know, and they've got the hollowed out fucking volcano, and you've got the main bad guy sitting in his recliner with his iron glove, and cat, and laser eye, and whatever fucking shit he's got going on. Then you've got his little helper that really does the behind the scenes shit. That's what this guy was. At least that's what everybody's saying. He was like Mr. Number 2 of the shadow government. Out there running terrorist orgs, doing terrible shit. So they dropped a fucking bomb on his head. I'd show you the picture of the aftermath, but I don't think it's YouTube appropriate. Let's just say it's not pretty. There are parts of him all over the place. They definitely used some ordnance to take care of this particular individual. Of course, our president, quick to jump on the situation, did the most America fuck yeah thing I can. It's almost like it's right out of a parody. He just picks the lowest JPEG compression fucking flag he can find. He just tweets it out there. Hey, I basically killed your vice president. America. Fuck yeah. That's what he pinned out there. And of course, the Iranians probably didn't take that too well. I mean, this president of the United States basically sticking his finger up at them. After they had basically said he couldn't do anything to really affect them. So he starts dropping some bombs on people. puts that flag up. Essentially, this is what he told the Iranians. His response in tweet form, let me translate it into words for you. What he tweeted is the equivalent of this.
All haters can suck my huge dick, lol.
So they probably didn't take it too well. Probably a little upset. So it looks like we're on the verge of a war. Oh boy, doesn't everybody love a war? That's going to be fun. A ground war in the Middle East. Oh God, sign me up. I hear the weather's fantastic. I hear it's fucking charming. You know, maybe I'll take a jaunt on over to Afghanistan afterwards. Maybe swing by Iraq too. Here, it's real fucking pleasant over there. 20 years isn't enough. Let's make it 30 or 40 years. Now, because I'm a boomer. I'm an old fuck. I don't have to worry about getting drafted, but you Zoomers, I'm sorry to say, you're going to be Fortnite dancing your asses across a minefield. And the mental image of a Zoomer war, I will admit, is amusing to me. It's tragic that you're all going to get drafted and die on foreign soil. But this is sort of what I imagine it's going to be like for you, as the bullets are flying.
That guy self-destructed, and it did nothing. Self-destruct level 10, and it did no damage. No fucking damage. Oh man. Oh yeah, and how about that super secret attack from the mini devil? That was perfect. I've never seen that before. Never seen that until this fucking recording. Never ever ever. Yeah, how appropriate. While I'm listening to the super secret weather stream, we get the mini devil's super secret attack. That is fucking brilliant. Okay, back to the game.
Flying over your head? Mental image of a Zoomer war, I will admit, to say you're going to be Fortnite dancing your asses across a minefield. And the mental image of a Zoomer war, I will admit, is amusing to me. It's tragic that you're all going to get drafted and die on foreign soil. But this is sort of what I imagine it's going to be like for you, as the bullets are flying over your head.
Wait! Janet! Donnie!
This isn't like video games at all. Call of Duty lied to me. There's no experience in this. Where are my power-ups? Oh my God, those bullets hurt. Oh, I got shot in the ass and it hurts. Oh, let me show you. Let me show Zoomers so you have an idea of where you're going. Oh. This is sort of what I imagine it's going to be like for you, as the bullets are flying over your head.
Wait! Janet! Donnie!
This isn't like video games at all. Call of Duty lied to me. There's no experience in this. Where are my power-ups? Oh my God, those bullets hurt. Oh, I got shot in the ass and it hurts. Oh, let me show you. Let me show Zoomers so you have an idea of where you're going. Giant, shitty desert area in the middle. That's your future home. You could fit our last 3 wars basically inside of it. You could take Syria and Iraq and Afghanistan, condense them together, put it right smack dab in the land area of fucking Iran. Oh boy, that's where I want to go. I want to have a war with Iran. That seems like something I want to jump right the fuck into. What could go wrong? Chad, are you excited? I mean, a civil war. That was exciting, but a World War III? Ooh. Ooh, I get shivers down my spine. All my LARPing fantasies about shit hitting the fan can finally come real. See here, chat. See a lot of people saying, thank God I'm not a Zoomer. Well, yeah, I think we all feel that way. Dwayne's really... He's really got a shit cut out for him. It's going to be dark days ahead. I'm sorry, Dwayne. But you're kind of fucked, buddy. I don't know how the military... I don't know what that's going to be like. I'll give you a tip. I'll give you a little hint to trying to get out of this. Just tell them you're a Quaker. Quakers have been dodging wars for like the last 200 years. It's almost a guaranteed strategy. Just say peace testimony and I'm a Quaker, and they'll probably spit on you, but they'll let you go. And you won't get drafted into fighting this ridiculous war over there. Now, let's see. How much did the previous wars combined cost us? Because, you know, wars in the Middle East are such a fucking useful endeavor. Oh, $5.9 trillion. 20 years, $5.9 trillion. Well, just $6 trillion. Just $6 trillion fucking dollary dues to fight a war in a country I could give two fucks about, let alone want to learn to pronounce the cities of. That works. $6 trillion. And, you know, you take Iraq and Afghanistan, you take Syria, you put them all inside of Iran. So, I don't know. Can we just double the price? Can we make it $12 trillion? Make it last another 10 years? As all our little Zoomers get slaughtered over there? Fighting a bunch of Iranians that are angry because you killed their beer spokesperson? Now, I know Iran is in a bit of a situation. They're a little pissed off to begin with. All those sanctions have cost them $200 billion fucking dollars. And you would think, well, what are they going to do? I mean, who's Iran going to turn to in a war situation? I mean, it's not like they really can go toe-to-toe with us. Let's be honest, the U.S. military is pretty outstanding. We dump a lot of money into the technology, and we have a lot of personnel. We have enough nukes to basically glass a planet like 5 times over. So it's not really that Iran is going to conquer us. This isn't going to turn into some devastating defeat. But it's going to be a giant fucking time sink and a massive waste of money. And you've got a pissed-off population that's already irritated by the sanctions. Talking to other pissed-off countries, such as China, who's dealing with America and their trade sanctions and tariffs. Now, what would that mean? Well, that would mean that you get groups like this. Literally 4 days before all this shit really popped off, or during the day of, really. China, Russia, and Iran holding joint naval drills. That doesn't mean China's going to help Iran if there was a war situation. But you never know. And as far as Russia, I couldn't tell you. I'm not a geopolitical master on all of this shit. You're going to have to go watch, I guess, a Nick Fuentes or Ethan Ralph to get a better take on the geopolitics of the region and how all these nations are going to interact with one another. But I can tell you enough based on the observation of 20 years that it's a waste of fucking time. And I'd rather spend the money over here. How about you just let the Middle East blow itself up? How about that? Sounds like a good strategy. How about we just close our embassies and let them just detonate themselves? Oh, I suppose we can't do that. Now, of course, because the Iranians are a bunch of little girls, their response was this. Iran's supreme leader, Khomeini, calls for 3 days of mourning, says, Salam Ahos, killing will double the motivation of the resistance against the United States and Israel. Vows severe revenge, according to Reuters. Double it times 2. He's going all Kaioken on us. 2 times the vengeance. 2 times the revengeance. Severe revenge. No real specifics on that. I suppose he had to say something, else he'd look like a little bitch. I mean, you can't really blow up a country's essentially their vice president and then have them act like it didn't happen. They need to say something. What do they go? Oh, well, we think it was an accident. You gonna try to Epstein that, are you? Oh, well, he dropped that bomb from the top bunk of his bunk beds on himself accidentally. Because the guilt was just too fucking much for him. But, you know, I thought about this for a while, and I thought, what could Iran conceivably do to fuck with the United States? I mean, they can't really beat our military. And, I mean, even if they got aid from other countries, what could they do to strike back at the U.S.? And I remembered a story that came up, I think about 2 months ago. 2 major Saudi oil installations hit by drone strike, and the U.S. blames Iran. And yeah, what do you know? That was September 14th. And it got me to thinking about something specifically related to oil refineries. Now, the United States imports roughly about 60% of our oil. 11% of it comes from Saudi Arabia. We get 40 from Canada. We've got 9% from Venezuela, 8 from Mexico, and 4 from Colombia. But 11% coming from Saudi Arabia. So hitting their oil refineries is probably a pain in the ass. But how many oil refineries are there just, in the world? Well, since I'm lazy and this is the age of the electronic scholar, I Googled it. Apparently, there are about 700 oil refineries all over the world today. Distributed all over in every nation. 700. Just 700 of them. Well, 698 now because 2 have been hit in Saudi Arabia, haven't they? Now, what did that drone cost to take out those really important pieces of infrastructure? Well, according to this article, the attacks not only exposed the Saudi vulnerability in the war against the Houthis, apparently this is Star Wars, but also demonstrated how relatively cheap it has become to stage such high-profile strikes. The drones used may have cost $15,000 or less to build. That's according to a senior researcher. So, $15,000 to go buy a fucking drone from Best Buy and some Simtex to wrap it around to take out an oil refinery. 700 oil refineries in the world. It's $10.511 million. You know how much a fighter jet costs, an F-35? It's like $80 million goddamn dollars. It's probably going to get blown up in the air. If you sent a fighter jet to take out an oil refinery, the chances are it's going to get its ass blown out of the air by a surface-to-air missile. It's $80 million down the toilet. But if you head on to Best Buy, apparently, and pick up some fucking fertilizer for the cost of $15,000, you can accomplish the same goddamn job. So you've got a pissed-off country like Iran that's being treated like a little bitch right now. Getting really angry at the United States. And even if it wasn't Iran, what it got me to thinking is, why haven't we seen this as some massive event? If it only cost $10.5 million to infiltrate and take out the 700 working refineries around the world, you could literally bring the world to its knees for the for the cost of an eighth of a fighter jet. So what would stop the Iranians from going in? They wouldn't even have to hit 700, to be honest. They could just hit the ones in Canada and Colombia and Venezuela and Saudi Arabia, any place that the United States is importing from. How much would that cost them? Probably a lot less. Get some foreign agents in there, have them build their little death copters. I don't know how they build them, whatever they are. And fly them into the fucking refinery. And then the thing's down for what? 5, 6 months, a year? Do that repeatedly, you're going to cripple a nation. You're going to fuck its economy up. Gas prices are going to skyrocket. So I guess what I'm saying is, even if Iran couldn't conventionally fight us, even if their military couldn't match us toe-to-toe, they've already shown one way in which they could fuck with us. And that was just on a small scale. Imagine them trying to scale that up into something larger. Just $10.5 million? That's a drop in the bucket. They could afford that. Send out a bunch of idiots on suicide missions? Well, it wouldn't even be a suicide mission. He'd be sitting, I don't know, sitting in the fucking woods, flying a little drone on his Xbox controller. Doing whatever the fuck he's doing. Spooky world. I guess we gotta all stock up on our gasoline now. Oh, it's terrible times are coming. Yes, we do have refineries in the U.S., but that's 40%. We still have to import. And they could also hit the refineries in the U.S. I think that 700 number total is worldwide. That includes the United States. I don't know. Maybe by 2021, maybe this is how Cobra begins. You remember G.I. Joe? Like, Cobra Commander would come up with insane fucking things to do? to take over the world? Things that made no sense, that were convoluted and weird? This feels like something Cobra would do. Maybe we're going to get our version of Cobra Commander. He's going to shift into this Berenstein universe and drone attack our refineries until we're all using horse and buggies to get around. I hope you motherfuckers have downloaded your schematics for gasifiers, because you're fucked in that situation. I don't know how you're going to run your generators then. You have to use that wood. Almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter, chat. Oh, harsh. You'd sign up, would you, Zazzy, for Cobra? You'd join them and their plans to take over the world, to dominate the world. Well, I just want you to know, even if the United States goes to war with Iran, even if Iran or Cobra were to emerge in our timeline, there is one there is one group standing in their way. India. Remember, they are a superpower now. They will protect us. Their sacred poo will protect us. Could you imagine if India harnessed the power of their designated streets? The amount of methane they could collect? The size of the explosion that would cause? Who needs nuclear weapons when you've got poo bombs? Launch themselves into outer space, there'd be no stopping them. Press F for everyone enrolled in college. Well, yes. I suppose press F is the correct approach. Yep.
Holy crap. This Uniblob monster, dragon, he's called a dragon, right? This dude is a fucking monster. He's actually a monster. He's taking no damage. He's not taking anyone's shit. Oh, right.
Everyone enrolled in college. Well, yes. I suppose press F is the correct approach. You know, here I am trying to watch some anime. Put up a little poll. I've gotten so many recommendations for series to start, so I narrowed it down to 2. Everybody been talking about Vinland Saga and Konosuba. I'm probably pronouncing both of them wrong, but I don't fucking care. I'm not a Moon Rune expert. So I finally picked the anime. The results are in. I'm going to watch it. And all of a sudden, here's fucking World War III knocking on the door. Does it feel like shit just got crazier quicker? Somebody lace our water supply with something when nobody was looking? I mean, I know I know that one city in Michigan, Flint, there we go. Flint, Michigan has been drinking muddied iron water, but I didn't think we all were doing that. But I can't explain the fucking craziness. I can't explain all the shit with Virginia and going on in Washington and now going on worldwide. Psychopaths? Yeah, well, listen, I mean, I got a monumental amount of recommendations, and I have watched quite a bit of anime, but there's some that just I missed or I just didn't watch because it initially didn't interest me or whatever the reason was. But I had enough people bring up those 2 specifically that I thought, well, you know what, it's a toss-up. I don't know which one I'll start with, and I haven't even had a chance to try them. So, I mean, maybe they're both awful, but people seem to praise them both for different reasons. Though I will admit, with Vinland Saga, people said read the manga first. It's supposed to be better. Very well done. And then you watch the show. So maybe that's the approach to take with it. As far as Konosuba, or however you pronounce it, and they were like, just watch it if you want to laugh. So hopefully I get a laugh out of it. But in the midst of all this, there's so much shit happening right now. There's one guy, is it Dr. Krakow? Who talked to me on Twitter, or he added me on Twitter, and was saying that I think Vox Day was going after him. He was like trying to dox him and go after him. So you got all this crazy shit going on. Then apparently Chris Hansen and his producer on his show are in the middle of some massive shit going on right now. People are faking getting hacked, making death threats, just all this crazy shit going on. I don't know what's going on with Chris Hansen or his producer, but there's some massive shit going down at the moment with them. So I want to get caught up on that. I wanted to get caught up on the Krakow thing. Monday Matt's apparently gone to war with the Star Wars community, and they've had enough of his shit. So every time he shows up on a podcast, they all shit on him, but then he runs away and hides. Because it's scary having confrontations. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Can I watch my anime? No. Can I look at all this weird internet shit happening right now? No. We gotta have fucking World War III. And I have to have the Indians protect me with their sacred shit. Their sacred poo power. I tell you, it's not fair, chat. No, somebody in chat. I don't know exactly what is going on with. That's the thing. I've only caught just the briefest bit of it. Somebody had made a video saying they were exposing people that work for Chris Hansen, and then that video got copyright claimed and pulled down by, I think, Chris Hansen. And then there were 2 streams related to his producer, but I haven't had a chance to watch either of them. And then people are showing like screen caps of people saying just crazy shit on Twitter from his production company. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, but something's happening behind the scenes. I got a good nose for it. And it feels like there's a story there, but I don't have a chance to check it out yet. And knowing my luck, by the time I do, everything's going to be copyright claimed or it'll get flagged off the fucking platform and I'll never be able to track down what exactly happened. You started calling him Mundane Mess instead of Mundane Matt? Well, there you go. Yes, DSP will outlive everyone. You are correct. Yes, I've watched Cowboy Bebop chat. No, I won't turn on slow mode. I can read chat as it's going by. You should be able to too. Half the fun is being able to spam obnoxious shit. You know, I know people occasionally want slow mode or moderation, but everything's going to get censored eventually on the internet anyway. You should enjoy this small bit of freedom while it lasts before it's gone for good. And you never have it again. Oh, I know they're gonna try to do numerical sequences. They're gonna try to spell naughty words 1 letter at a time. But that's the charm of chat. I don't think you could really do that anymore. Oh, and there was a 4th thing. God, I see so much shit's going on. Apparently there's a new Twitter purge happening. And this time, instead of the frog avatars getting nailed, it's anybody with an anime avatar. And I'm not even sure what the criteria for hitting people is, but people are getting knocked off the platform all over the place. I think my good friend Mr. Anti-Bully himself lost like 400 followers in the span of an hour. And then people were putting up lists of just people getting just shit-kicked. Accounts that were on private, or accounts that didn't even really tweet anything, or accounts that just retweeted things or liked things. So I don't know if this is in prep for the election coming up, election season around the corner or what. But people seem to be getting knocked off pretty hard right now. Yes, they're taking... This must be Iran, chat. This is Iran's plan. They're going to take out our weebs first. We need to get rid of those bastards with the body pillows. That will weaken the Americans enough for us to have victory in our war with their empire. First they came for the weebs and I said nothing. Because they're weebs and who cares? But no, I don't know why. I don't know what the purge criteria is, but apparently people are getting just smacked around left and right on Twitter right now. So good luck to you. If people disappear, that's why they disappeared. There is apparently a purge, a new terms of service change, where Twitter, I think it just outright admits, if we want to get rid of you, fuck you, we're going to get rid of you. In fact, I think all the platforms have snuck that language in, starting in 2020. So like YouTube and Facebook and Twitter basically have a clause that says, if we want to just get rid of you, we don't even really need a reason anymore. We're just going to get rid of you. So, yeah, and I think they even admitted on Twitter to shadow banning. Or, as they put it, reducing visibility. I don't even know what that means. I mean, if you're following somebody on Twitter, probably means you want to read their stupid fucking tweets. But if you're reducing visibility, now the tweets don't show up, you've defeated the whole purpose of this service you've created. So I'm not sure what the weebs did. I'm not sure what the anime avatars did to incur Jack's wrath, but he's out headhunting. And he's coming back with body pillows and body bags. It's a tragic thing. We'll call it the hentai cost. Right now on Twitter, the hentai cost is taking place. And all the weebs are being rounded up into little camps. Because Jack has just apparently had enough of them. Ripping pepperoni. Little anime avatars. Yes, it is like an invisibility cloak. Yes, also chat, that's another story. Yeah, New York, there are a ton of attacks that are going on right now. You know, I used to watch a lot of like the Black Israelites and the Kemet community. They do these debates and they were always super funny. It was some of the best stuff that you could watch. But usually they'd confine themselves to either these debates or they'd hang out on like a street corner. They'd have a lot of videos like this where they'd be on a street corner And then they talk a massive amount of shit to any tourist or anybody that walked by. And it was funny, genuinely funny shit to watch, especially the black Israelites. Because they would banter and shit talk anybody that walked by them. They'd find a reason to shit talk them. But now in New York and even parts of New Jersey, for whatever reason, like there are all these attacks that are going on. In fact, I think there's a video up right now, put up by, is it the New York Post or somebody else up on Twitter, of like a black dude just unloading on this Jewish couple on the subway and like shouting out Heil Hitler and stuff like that at them. It's surreal. I don't know what's going on in New York. Did somebody start a race war between black people and Jewish people? Because apparently that's a thing that's happening right now at this moment. But I've seen no declaration of it. And I don't know why the black Israelites or the Kemet community is involved in it. Or why they're all quoting Hitler. Did somebody like pass out copies of Mein Kampf in the hood? Like somebody airdropping that shit in the ghetto? Like what's going on in New York? Anybody in chat from New York or New Jersey want to fill me in on this? Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a bit of a delay, so it'll take you a second to catch up, won't it? That's right. Well, you can't even say that anymore. Now, apparently, that is a racist slur, which is weird because if how is the ADL going to react to that, right? They listed "We Was Kings" and "Das Right" and all of that as like hate speech, but now the communities that quote-unquote hate speech was targeted at are now targeting Jewish people. So, like, are they going to remove it? Now it's okay again? How does that work? Somebody said Brooklyn riots. I don't know about that. All I know is there's crazy. Like I said, it's something in the water, something in the air. It's all over the place. Just crazy shit happening all over the place. I don't know. Maybe it's just if you go too long without a big event, it's just like something people it's like I don't know. It's some inherent thing in people where they go stir crazy as a large group, and eventually they need some kind of outlet, and it results in just crazy shit like world wars and civil wars and race wars and wars. We've got every kind of war apparently taking place or about to take place at the moment. And here I am, trying to sit back with all of you and just celebrate the fact that India is now a super pooper power. Hopefully we'll survive long enough for India to, I don't know, how are they going to celebrate? Have they told people how they're going to celebrate their super pooper power status yet? Pressure relievers, somebody said in chat? Oh, maybe, apparently. Switch on fast mode. You should be on fast mode. Remember to switch. Top chat is the polite chat. And live chat's the naughty chat. I think that's how it works on YouTube. I think like the bot auto picks who can say what in top chat. But, in the chat option, if you choose live chat, that's the rowdy chat. That's where all the cool kids hang out. All the... well, not kids technically, COPA. IFTC. I'm using that just as phrasing. I don't mean children. No children are watching this. This isn't intended for children. I don't want to be fined $42,000 because Timmy decided to stay up late at night. Get your ass to bed. You're going to be drafted to fight in Iran soon. You need your sleep. All right, this is for the adults to enjoy. We're not the ones that are going to be fighting over there. You are, Timmy. Oh, you liked Minecraft, did you? Taught you how to dig deep? Well, that's going to come in handy when you're digging those fucking trenches in the desert, isn't it? Do you know what a foxhole is, Timmy? Because you're going to find out in about a week. Best of luck, kid. Bon voyage. That's right, it's a rowdy chat. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this time of year. Like I've said in the previous streams, I'm energized. I'm awake. Decide to stay awake. Do unannounced streams at 2 in the morning. Or 1 in the morning. Or whatever time it is, wherever the fuck you are. But I guess this is a majority of probably either Australians or Europeans. Which is usually not in the time zone that I'm streaming at. But, well, I guess we'll get your take on it. Tell me, Aussies and Euros in the audience. What's your hot take on America versus Iran? How do you think that's going to turn out? Better yet, do you think you're going to get sucked into it? Because you know you are, right? Like, if we go in there and do something stupid and get drawn into some, another 20-year fucking war, we're going to drag everybody else in with us. You looking forward to that? Do you want to go to Iran with us? Is that going to be fun? Oh, no, I'm getting people giving me time zones. Somebody said they're from New Zealand. I don't think you're going to get dragged into it. I think New Zealand's like the one country everybody leaves alone for this. We need New Zealanders to stay in New Zealand so they can deal with the Tonganites. Is that what we call them? People from Tonga? They're sneaky bastards. You got to keep your eye on them. Okay, now you are kind of going fast, so it's hard to it's hard to keep up. Somebody said Israel will watch. Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll watch as we bravely fight this war. I'm sure they'll wave bye-bye to all the little Zoomers. Bye-bye, Zoomers! As they're digging their trench holes. Or their little foxholes in their trenches. In sand. Which I'm sure is probably even more annoying. God, fighting a war in a sandy area would probably be horrific. If you've ever been to the beach and tried to swim, imagine that every day, all day long. Just sand in your ass. Sand in your shoes. Just sand everywhere. Fucking grit in your teeth. Oh, what a living fucking nightmare. That's why those French Foreign Legion fuckers were so tough when they used to train down in Djibouti. It's a hellhole. It's like 110 degrees every fucking day and it's nothing but sand. Shalom, Jim. Shalom back at you, Rabbi. Everybody say goodbye, Zoomers. Yeah, I guess the legacy going forward is going to be left in the hands of what was it chat said the last time we had a stream? Well, the next generation after Zoomer generation. What did you call it? Alpha? The Chad generation? I don't even know who gave him fucking Generation Alpha. Really? Not sure what they'll end up sticking with, but we'll go with that. How about Generation Survivor? Because unlike the Zoomers, they're gonna live through this. That's what we'll call them. Generation Survivor. Oh, goddamn. How pissed are you, Zoomers, by the way? Because I know that whole anti-boomer thing is really about, boomers have had it better economically, better job opportunities.
Wait. This. You know what this cunt looks like? Oh, and now the writing's up in front of him. That's great. Let's see if I can do something about that. Well, I can do this. Yeah, you know what this monster looks like? Reinforcements. Oh, shit. It looks like a mixture of Gallantmon and Rainamon from Digimon. If they did like a fusion, go Rainamon's head, Gallantmon's arms, and kinda its body, with Rainamon's feet. And yeah. Looks like a crazy fusion. I mean, it makes sense. They're monsters. Alright, well, that's enough from me. Back to Mediker.
These better college opportunities, got houses cheaper. And now you're probably going to die younger than they are. So all those old-ass boomers that are living in their houses and retired and, sitting on piles of money they were never going to give you as inheritance are going to watch the war you fight on TV while you're over there fighting it. How unfair is life to Generation Zoomer? You got fucked out of good jobs, good schoolings, good houses, and now good health and longevity. But those boomers, they're going to be riding lawnmowers, sucking down Monster Energy drinks, and chatting with their neighbors about that crazy Zoomer war over there in Iran. That's right, Miga. It's Vietnam 2.0. There you go. Don't get mad at me, man. I'm not the one sending you over there. I don't think America should be involved in foreign wars like this. I'm very isolationist in my approach to foreign politics. Fucking. You have my sympathy, Zoomers. I'm just telling you the reality. If you were mad at Boomers before, you're really going to be pissed when you get drafted into this shit. Oh, you're going to be real mad. And you know, by the time you get back, all that progressive social change will have happened. So you'll be greeted if you survive your 20-year war in Iran, and you come back as a 30 or 40-year-old. You'll be greeted by bug burgers and concrete tubes. All the shit we're joking about, you're going to see as a reality when you get back. They'll be like, thank you for your service. You're now discharged. Here's your concrete tube. Enjoy the rest of your life. And I bet you those boomers will be like 90, and they'll still be alive because they're sitting on a pile of money. Oh, I should probably take down the picture of India. I don't want you to misconstrue it and think this is India's fault. India's a saintly place, full of blessed people. They're not the ones responsible for this. Now I want to put up my little comfy pic. See that? Just relaxed in front of the computer while the world burns behind me. That's gonna be see, this is Gen X right here. All right, we're the latchkey kids, man. Nobody remembers who the fuck we are. We got all angsty and shit. Fuck corporations, man. We're kind of like angsty hippies. That's Generation X summed up. And now we have enough dopamine left from all the antidepressants we're on to be able to watch the shit show unfold on a nice, comfy blanket wrapped around us in front of our computer monitor. As all the Zoomers are out there, outside in the window, and all the boomers are probably in the bedrooms upstairs because they own the house. We have to rent the room because we can't buy houses either. So we have to rent the room from the fucking boomers. Somebody said Australia's already burning. Yeah, I heard you have a bunch of fires down there. Sucks for you. Is that because of the fucking trees? What tree was it? You Aussie fucks. If I remember the story right, didn't Aussies think it was a funny idea to give people the most flammable fucking tree on Earth as a gift? And then they planted it all over the fucking place? And once the heat rose high enough, it just spontaneously fucking combusts and starts massive fires everywhere? Maybe I'm not super sympathetic to the Australians dealing with all these brush fires. Fuck you guys. Your idea of a prank on the world was lighting half of it on fire. But it was like a devious plan that took like 50 years before it actually hit. Is that an Aussie joke? Eucalyptus trees? You bastards. Yeah, you thought that was some funny shit, didn't you? Oh, the fucking Americans. Hey, we got you're like, oh, take a look at our trees. Eucalyptus trees, you like them. Plant them everywhere, trust us. They're really great in the summer. Half of California burns down. You're sitting back, laughing your little asses off. Yes, that was the first example of Aussie shitposting.
Oh, I've heard something about that. And you know what's funny? You know what's really fucking funny? There's a conspiracy theory linked to that. There's a fucking, like a really out there crazy one. Not something simple like, oh, Hollywood's full of pedophiles eating babies. No, that's basic bitch shit. That's basic bitch shit. No. This one is like, okay, so these trees that are in California spontaneously combusting and exploding, lighting on fire. These fires have just started out of nowhere. Well, apparently that's fake. Apparently that's fake news. Apparently that's lies. Because the conspiracy is the government, the CIA, the glow-in-the-darks, they're aiming directed energy weapons at these trees from far away, from like a super secret location. It's probably drones or something, right? It's probably drones aiming directed energy weapons at the trees and shooting them to make them light on fire. That's what the crazies are saying. It's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. Don't fucking say that. Don't fucking say that. That's what the crazies are saying. Yeah. Oh, and then... No, and then it goes even further. It goes even further beyond that. Because there's a conspiracy on top of that, a counter-conspiracy to that, where people think those fires are fake, and that those fires are just CGI. So when they're showing the news reports of these fires and people standing near the fires or fucking in front of the fires, like very far away in front of the fires, apparently those fires are CGI, completely fake, and we're all being duped by the news. See, that's the conspiracy about the conspiracy. Because that's just how deep the rabbit hole goes. It's fucking hilarious. Alright, well, that's enough from me. Back to Medicare. Jim.
Burning half the world with their fucking flammable trees. Jesus, what kind of a death continent are you fuckers from? Your trees just randomly start on fire. Why do you stay there? Just go take Tonga over. It's like 90% of your continent you can't even fucking live in. And then the 10% you do live, half the shit's fucking venomous, or it explodes on you for no reason. I think that's where your fucked up sense of humor comes from. That's why you're giving everybody eucalyptus trees. I guess when you live on a death continent, that's your idea of a fucking funny prank. Oh, well, you are right. You don't want to be Rama Rama. Giant spiders and alligators, yes. Lots of terrible shit going on down there. Oh, let me bring this up here. Give me 1 second, chat. I'm gonna tell you a sad story. Sad story about a Pokemon guy. Oh, where is it here? I think this is the video.
I discuss a...
Okay. 1 second to set this up, chat. See if we can get the background information for it, too, while I'm at it.
Hey, YouTube.
So, this guy, I don't even know who the fuck he is, to be honest with you. But it's a sad story. So, we'll share it. I think it's just very representative. This guy in particular, I think, is very representative of what has happened to YouTube as a whole. And I think it's a good example of kind of how fucked the platform got from just various decisions behind the scenes that don't make a lot of sense. So, let me pull this up here. Somebody shared this with me earlier, and then I felt bad for him. There we go. So this guy, apparently, what is his name? Primetime Pokemon. His whole channel's dedicated to just fucking Pokemon cards. That's it. He's kind of like DSP. You know how DSP has that decade-long legacy? This dude has a decade-long legacy, even longer, 11 years. A video every day about Pokemon cards. That's all he did. Just, he loved his fucking Pokemon cards and wanted to share his fucking Pokemon cards with the world. Just a little YouTuber out there doing his Pokemon thing. And over the years, he gained like 420,000 subs. Some just ridiculous number. And apparently, I guess, a lot of people in the card collecting community, which is a thing, I found out, were inspired by him. Or a lot of kids grew up actually watching him because he created content for over 10 fucking years. And then all of a sudden he posts this video. And it gets, all these people get fucked up over this. And the gist of the video is that he's been trying as hard as he can to make high production quality Pokemon card videos, whatever that really means. You know, using an HD camera, a decent mic, writing scripts, you know, making sure it's coherent and clear and all that shit. Doing whatever he can so people will enjoy his videos. And yet, even though he has 400,000 subs, his videos on average are getting 2,000 to 3,000 views. And he's like, you know, I've got a job and I've got a family, and, you know, I was making a little ad revenue off of this, but there's just no point anymore. He cries at one point during the video. He's like, I'm just going to retire. I'm just done with it. There's no point in trying. I can't escape it. For some reason, just nobody watches anymore. And so I thought, well, maybe he had like some kind of scandal. Maybe this guy did something crazy. But no, he didn't. Nothing that I could find. Maybe there is something out there, but nothing that I could find. It turns out his channel died in 2017. And you can see the exact date. And if you look up articles from that exact time period, you'll find out that it was an algorithm change for the metrics behind the scenes at YouTube that switched it from valuing views to valuing watch time. And I think because his videos swing so wildly from being a few minutes long to 20 or 30 minutes long, the watch time fucked him. And he just sunk farther and farther and farther and farther down this algorithm hole, to the point that subs weren't getting notified, that people weren't able to find his videos, that it wasn't being sent out. So even though he's putting all this effort into his videos, he's trying to increase the quality and do all of this stuff, because he's a dork that likes Pokemon, nothing he did could corral him out of that hole. The algorithm killed his channel, and not a fucking thing he tried could seem to salvage it, until the point where he finally was just like, you know what, fuck it. I've done this once a day, every day, for 11 years, and I'm at the point where nobody is watching. 1 or 2% of my audience is watching, and I quit. And I think his story is really perfectly representative of what kind of happened on YouTube. Because you have guys like this out there that just make their own brand of content. They don't fuck with anybody. They're not breaking any rules. They have a fan base that seems to genuinely like what they do. But because YouTube wants to push branded content from corporations or from companies instead, they switch algorithms around, they fuck with the metrics, and these guys get flushed down the toilet. So he spent 11 years doing this because he had a passion for it.
Alright, so I think I was right about the dragons. Cause, what's his name? Dictory. Dictory. He said, "Come back to us, holy dragons." So, I'm pretty sure they're his weapon. And they're going back through the hole in the sky. Like some kind of bleach thing. You know, the Menos Grande, and they tear the sky open and enter through there. And something else does that too, from an old show. Oh, it's a little bit older than Bleach. It's not that old. It's like late 90s. It's called Orphan. The original Orphan, not the remake. In the remake, this doesn't happen at all. In the original, the dragon, Azali, tears open the sky and walks in from a red void. From wherever that is, it's a red void. Like a red, cloudy, smoky void. And then when she leaves the battlefield, she walks back through that, and the cloud seals up. I mean, the sky seals up. The sky. Yeah. That doesn't happen at all in the remake. It's remade a lot. It's totally different. Alright, well that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.